Greetings, denizens of the internet! You can call me Nitro Indigo, and back in 2022, I made a video about British cultural references in Viva Pinata. It did decently by my channel's standards, so I've decided to do the same for another British game. Cassette Beasts is an RPG by Bitten Studio that came out in spring 2023 for Steam, Nintendo Switch and Xbox Game Pass. Going in, all I knew about it was that you recorded monsters on cassette tapes and the types had unusual interactions. Imagine my surprise when I learned you transform into the monsters. You play as a castaway who's stranded on New Wirral, an island in a pocket dimension where people from various universes keep ending up. It's also inhabited by fantastical monsters, the strongest of which are called archangels. Shortly after arriving, you encounter an archangel named Morgante who knows a way for you to return home. I tried streaming this game in February 2025, but it didn't work. However, I recorded an almost complete minimalist run back in August 2023, which is what you're seeing right now. Be warned that there are spoilers sprinkled throughout this video. While Cassette Beasts takes inspiration from cultures all over the world, its Britishness still shines through in both major and minor ways. Most of the quests are named after British songs, for one. The characters' overall attitude that the situation they're in doesn't make sense, but they go along with it anyway, is reminiscent of British comedies such as The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The setting of New Wirral is named after the Wirral Peninsula in Merseyside, England. It was settled by the crew of the HMS Birkenhead, named after a town there. Brokenhead is also named after Birkenhead, Eastham Woods is named after Eastham, and First Aston Lake is named after First Aston Beach. New Wirral's main method of transportation is a mysterious subway system called the Merline. Its symbol resembles the Transport for London logo, its engines are painted in British Railways green, and most of the stations are named after ones in London. But there's Gloucester, or Gloucester Road, Mornington Crescent, Waterloo, Cherry, or Charing Cross, Aldgrave, or Aldgate Tomb, Highbury and Islington, Islington, and Knightsbridge, with or without the K. The Merline itself is named after Merlin, the wizard from Arthurian legend, and that's far from the only reference, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Next, let's talk about the game's main attraction, the monsters. No, they're not called Cassette Beasts, it's confusing. I should mention that there are no monsters in this game that are just animals with elemental powers. They're all based on mythology, man-made things, or both. Even Pom Bom has a bomb motif, and dogs were created by humans, so... Anyway, several monsters are based on British culture and mythology, including things I'd never heard of before playing this game. Springheel is based on Spring-Heeled Jack, a Victorian cryptid who was said to roam the streets at night. Robindam is based on Robin Hood, a legendary figure who steals from the rich and gives to the poor. Fittingly, it's the signature tape of Eugene, a vigilante who fights capitalist vampires. Ave Revoir is based on the liverbird, which is a symbol of Liverpool. Glaystane is named after the Glaystig, a Scottish fairy who takes the form of a beautiful woman. It lives in Glaystanebury Abbey, which is named after Glastonbury. The official art book strongly implies that Bin Vader is based on the Daleks from Doctor Who. It's a squishy alien that wears cylindrical armour and shoots lasers. Finally, Minor Tom and Major Tom are named after Major Tom, the protagonist of Space Oddity by David Bowie. A couple of the human characters are based on British culture too. Penny Dreadful, one of the Ranger captains, is named after Victorian slang for cheap literature. Viola of Messaline originates from a William Shakespeare play, Twelfth Night. Interesting that they choose her instead of a character from something more well known, like Romeo and Juliet. And last but certainly not least, I've reached the most spoilery part of this video, the Archangels. Also known as egregores, they're manifestations of concepts that humans are obsessed with. Most of the important archangels are based on Arthurian legend. Morgante, Aleph and Gwen are based on Morgan Le Fay, King Arthur and his wife Guinevere respectively. They're not one-to-one matches, of course. For example, Morgante is Aleph's ex instead of Gwen. But wait, there's more! In an Ask Me Anything event on Reddit, Tom from Bitten Studio said that Aleph was made the embodiment of conquest as a dark twist on the rightful king trope to reflect the UK's history of colonialism. On a lighter note, Alice is made of references to Alice's adventures in Wonderland. Besides her name, obviously, she's dressed like the Queen of Hearts, one of the book's most iconic characters. Her station is full of cakes that make the player grow and drinks that make the player shrink. Robin Goodfellow is based on a trickster fairy from English mythology, also known as Puck. Specifically, he's a version from A Midsummer Night's Dream and went mad upon learning he's a fictional character. Fittingly, he's fought at the end of Viola's storyline. The Amber Lodge might be based on the TARDIS from Doctor Who. It's a blue box that travels throughout time and space, is bigger on the inside, and occasionally takes the form of a woman. Considering that Bin Vader is all but confirmed to be based on Daleks, these similarities can't be a coincidence. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, stay interesting!